Tea and Rocmon, a modern parable. As the neon glow of the city painted the night sky, a stark contrast to the quiet, almost reverent hum of Tea's hydroponic farm. Inside, rows of vibrant green plants thrived under the specialized LED lights, a testament to Tea's meticulous care and innovative spirit. Tea, with his organic cotton t-shirts and dirt-stained hands, was the picture of earthy success. He supplied the city's top farm-to-table restaurants, his reputation built on quality and sustainability. Rocmon, his younger brother, operated on a different wavelength. Rocmon was the digital guru, the blockchain evangelist. His office, a minimalist penthouse suite overlooking the same city lights, hummed with the silent energy of servers and high-frequency trading algorithms. Rocmon dealt in abstract value, in bytes and algorithms, creating intricate financial models that promised staggering returns. He dressed in sharp, tailored suits, his hands clean, his focus on the invisible currents of the market. Their father, a retired construction magnate who had made his fortune building the very skyscrapers they now inhabited, had always encouraged their diverse paths. T builds the real, he'd often say. Rocmon builds the future. And each year, on the anniversary of their father's company founding, they would bring an offering, a symbolic gesture of their prosperity and gratitude, to a family dinner at their father's sprawling suburban estate. This year, T arrived with a beautifully handcrafted wooden crate, overflowing with the freshest heirloom tomatoes, crisp organic lettuce, and fragrant basil. Direct from the farm, Dad, he announced, his voice warm with pride. Peak season. You can taste the sunshine. Their father's eyes lit up, a genuine smile spreading across his face as he inhaled the earthy aroma. Magnificent, son. Truly magnificent. Rocmon followed, carrying not a physical gift, but a sleek tablet. He projected a dazzling infographic onto the living room wall. Father, he began, his tone sharp and confident, I've liquidated a portion of my latest crypto portfolio. This represents a 700% return on investment in the last fiscal quarter. The screen flashed with complex charts and figures, demonstrating a theoretical sum that dwarfed T's tangible offering. It's a digital endowment, secure and growing. Their father nodded, his smile somewhat strained. He appreciated Rocmon's acumen, but the tangible, the edible, the real effort represented by T's produce resonated more deeply with him. He clapped T on the shoulder, lingered a moment longer over the crate of vegetables, and then, almost as an afterthought, gave Rocmon a polite nod. Very innovative, Rocmon. A familiar shadow fell across Rocmon's face. It was the same shadow that had appeared when T's school science project had won first prize while Rocmon's elaborate computer game design had been deemed too complex. It was the shadow of feeling unseen, undervalued, despite his grand, abstract achievements. Later that evening, after dinner, T was packing up the leftover produce to take to a local shelter. Rocmon approached him, his voice low, edged with a bitterness that surprised T. You always make it so easy, don't you, T? The simple, the honest work. Everyone loves the farmer. T paused, looking up, a furrow in his brow. What are you talking about, Rocmon? This is my passion. This is what I do. It's just easier for you to be appreciated, Rocmon retorted, his gaze fixed on the vibrant green leaves. My work, it's abstract. It's hard for them to grasp the true value, the ingenuity. His voice rose. They see dirt on your hands and call it noble. They see a screen in mine and call it a game. T, trying to defuse the tension, said, It's not a competition, bro. We both do well in our own ways. But the words only seemed to inflame Rocmon. Isn't it? Isn't it always a competition? You, with your natural appeal, always the favored son, always the one whose efforts are immediately understood and praised. His eyes, usually sharp with calculation, now glinted with something darker, something akin to resentment. The argument escalated, whispers turning into sharp, clipped sentences. Rocmon's pent-up frustration, fueled by years of perceived slights and the elusive nature of validation for his digital empire, finally burst forth. He lashed out, not physically, but with words, dissecting T's life, his choices, his perceived simplicity with a cruel precision. T, usually calm, felt a cold anger rise within him as Rocmon's verbal barbs struck deeper and deeper. In the heat of the moment, a half-empty glass of water sat on the table between them. Rocmon, still railing, gestured wildly, his hand sweeping it off. It shattered on the hardwood floor, sending shards and water everywhere. T, startled and furious, instinctively pushed Rocmon away. Rocmon stumbled backward, hitting the ornate fireplace mantel with a dull thud. Silence. The sound of their heavy breathing filled the room. Rocmon slowly slid to the floor, clutching his head, a thin line of blood appearing at his temple. T stared, his heart pounding, the anger replaced by a chilling dread. He rushed forward, his hands hovering, unsure what to do. Rocmon looked up at him, his eyes wide, no longer filled with anger, but with a sudden, profound shock. "T, what have you done?" he whispered, his voice thin. The father rushed in, drawn by the crash. He found T kneeling over Rocmon, a shattered glass on the floor, and a look of dawning horror on both their faces. The vibrant, living green of T's farm seemed a distant memory in the cold, hard light of the living room. The abstract values of Rocmon's digital world offered no comfort. In that moment, surrounded by the remnants of a broken glass and a broken bond, both brothers understood the devastating weight of a rivalry left unchecked and the terrible price of envy. The city lights outside continued to gleam, indifferent to the darkness that had just fallen within their family.